I'm a big fan of metallic tones in wedding styling, especially gold. But when it comes to gold in wedding styling, it can really go two ways. So many clients love the idea of using gold in their wedding, but they're unsure of how to achieve this tastefully without it being tacky. You know, there can definitely be a fine line between elegant and overwhelming when it comes to this metallic shade. But when it's done correctly, it can be stunning. Ta-da! From furniture and decor right through to stationery items, there really are endless ways to include this statement shade tastefully into your designs. So we're going to give you some of our tried and tested styling tips. And the first one is that you need to create a cohesive flow. If gold has been chosen by your client even, and they don't want to go for overkill with it, then you need to create a cohesive flow from the ceremony right through to the reception. And this will really tie the styling together in a more subtle and natural way. So think about how you can incorporate pops of gold at each area of the wedding to link it through. It might be something like a welcome sign written in gold calligraphy for the ceremony, followed by some beautiful gold stools or a gold detailed bar in the cocktail hour, and then gold cutlery on the reception tablescape. Another easy way to do this is through the elements that are going to be featured throughout the entire wedding anyway, like stationery or the vases for the floral arrangements. My next tip is you need to invest in key pieces, and here's where gold can start to feel a little tacky. Trying to include the shade in as many different ways as possible without simply focusing on what will make the biggest impact. Instead of focusing on a million different styling elements, stop and think about how you can invest in key pieces strategically to save you in other areas. Now, two examples that come to mind are dining chairs and cutlery. Now, both of these items are non-negotiable for a sit-down reception. You know, you're going to need them anyway. So investing in these elements to bring in the gold accents is a really easy and effective solution. Imagine a beautiful gold dining chair setting the tone for the entire reception. You could then keep the tablescape minimal because the chairs have made the impact for you already. The same rule applies with gold cutlery. These statement pieces will help create a beautiful tablescape all on their own with just really minimal styling elsewhere. My next tip is pick your shade, and this is so important. Keep in mind that gold can come in many different shades. You've got champagne gold, yellow gold, rose gold, vintage gold. So the tip here is to pick a shade and stick to it. Too many different shades of gold competing for attention can really throw out the styling, particularly for those elements that are going to be seen close together, like the table settings. Champagne gold is generally the most neutral option, so if you want to play it safe, then keep an eye out for pieces in this shade. Next, get creative with the colour palette. So work with a colour palette that is really going to make the gold details pop. So here on this tablescape, we've used black and we've accented with gold. And it does make the table pop, but we've not brought in any other colours. We've not brought in any florals to use. Instead, we've kept everything to black and gold and paired it back with the table that we've used, using a wooden table. But there's literally so many amazing colour palettes that do work beautifully with gold tones. Some of my favourites would have to be white and gold with just pops of greenery to add some contrast and freshness. As you can see, my next one is definitely black and gold with the timber elements to soften the look. Rich Marcella, indigo and berry tones. Beautiful. Blush pinks and soft pastels. Bold and bright fuchsias and oranges for that Moroccan vibe. And the list goes on. So think about the vibe you want to achieve with the look and feel of your client's wedding. Choose a colour palette to suit and then use your gold accents to take it to the next level.